Slow morning in Geese today. They're just starting to stir, and they're running out of river to hang out on. It's freezing over. Hey there. It's a little chilly, huh? Yeah. Say goodbye to Andrea already? All right, see you, pal. Ooh, check out that temperature. Minus 18 degrees Celsius. Whew. It is, yeah, it's a brisk one. Luke's up there waiting for the bus. You see this? This hair elastic means that Elvis has been around here recently. There you go. Thankfully, he doesn't eat them. He just likes to paw them around and knock them under doors and under ovens and dishwashers. Right?
It's his favorite thing.
It's his favorite.
You could buy him hundreds of toys, just give him an elastic. That's all he wants.
He loves them. Until he doesn't, then he just leaves them around. Now my floors are a wasteland of hair elastics. All right. Oh, and look at this. Now, this wasn't here when I left. Is this your doing?
It is.
Very nice. That's some Mickey ears, because you're heading to Mickey Town, right?
You betcha.
Today.
8 hours until I fly out.
That's right, Andrea's been home for
about a month.
About a month. Yeah, it's over. It's crazy. Are there chocolate chips in the? Yeah. There's chocolate chips. All right, excellent. Okay, Andrea. This is unusual.
You're the drop-off. You're my dentist.
I know, I'm your dentist. It's weird coming to the airport and I'm not the one leaving. Now, to be clear, when Dennis drives me, he pays me.
That's not happening.
That's not happening, is it? No. That's how it goes. So just to be clear, I'm taking a picture for Andrea, for her Instagram. That's what I've been relegated to. All right.
RodneyJSmith, 1995.
There we go. Unbelievable. Bye, kiddo. We'll miss her. She'll be working for a year at Disney. And who knows what'll happen after that. That's the thing about having kids, you know, because when they're really young, you know exactly where they're going to be. Every day. And every day after that. And every week and month. And even up to the point of years away, you at least have a sense of it. But once they're older, you have no idea where they're going to go, where their path is going to take them. And it's really out of your hands. I think as a parent, what you hope for, or should be trying to hope for, is that you can raise someone into adulthood who is self-sufficient, who doesn't need you to guide them, and can make good decisions for themselves, and also for the people who then become a part of their lives, right? That's what I think the goal is anyway. The Amish have moved to the island, and specifically like near Montague, several families have moved in. Also, I'm not quite sure I understand the rules behind being Amish. Like, you're not gonna have a car, you're not gonna drive a car, but I do know that some of the Amish around here will accept a ride in a car. So if I was driving, I could pick one of them up and take them somewhere. I know that they will not accept health benefits from hospitals. So if they were to go to a hospital to have a procedure done, and some of that was covered by the government, then they will make an equivalent donation in money to the hospital or a charity or something to even those scales. And I'm not sure exactly what that's driven by, if it's a matter of not wanting to be indebted to somebody or simply wanting to distance themselves from those systems. I'm not sure. But yeah, it always just kind of interests me as a way. Oh, look, coming here, we've got another buggy coming, and horse. It's got to be a little bit cold, right? I say I'm interested by the Amish lifestyle, but it's probably more as a gawker, if I'm being honest, because if I was truly interested, I could read a book about it, I could do some research, and maybe I will. Maybe I will do that. It's curious. If you are familiar with the Amish or know some of their interesting rules and rituals, post them below. I'd be interested to know if some of those things translate to the Amish that live here in this community. I originally thought these were geese, and some of them might be, but that's not all it's here, because listen, look at those ones there. Oh boy, they're on the move. It's like almost like a little whistling sound, and I don't know if that's their vocal cords or it's very white and black. Look at this one going. Again, super nervous. I don't know if it's going to show up clear enough on the recording to be able to see what kind of bird that is, but I'm very curious now. If you're watching and you recognize it, do let me know. I need to get like a bird watching book or something, or use the internet. But I think it'd be nice to have a good book as a reference guide for North American birds. Something that kind of frustrates me about, I guess, myself is that I have all of these tertiary interests in things like birds and woodworking and working with your hands and learning trade skills and things like this, but I don't carve out time in my day to invest time into learning about those things. I dedicate time to my work primarily, and then family and friends and some other things and some exercising, but I'd like to find some time to learn some other skills or just other knowledge that, extends beyond my work. All right, birds, I'm going. You can have your resort back. I don't really mean to turn this into the geese and obscure bird vlog series. Or maybe I do. maybe secretly I do. But I was thinking, talking about the value of, learning things outside of your daily work. I'm very driven by my work. I can easily consume all of my time with it if I want to. But I think you become a more well-rounded individual when your focus isn't so narrow. And I can certainly agree with myself as I say that out loud and philosophically say, yes, this is true, but I suppose the next step is to do something about it, right? Sometimes I do find talking here on the vlog with you kind of opens my mind up about things that maybe subconsciously I'm aware of or thinking about, but I'm not actively turning into reality. And there's something about saying it out loud and communicating it in some way that motivates me to try to take that next step, even if it's just so I can share with you what that next step was and what it did or didn't do for me. Thank you for, being an ear to some of these musings. Some of them will be more coherent and intelligent than others, but yeah, I think either way, it's been helpful to me. And now these are geese. Those are definitely geese. Those aren't the weird birds I was seeing earlier. Although I think some of those weird ones are over there as well. So we got a little commingling here of our fair feathered friends. Well, looky here. This is fun. A little package was delivered to me. I wonder what this is. Usually when I get a package, there's a game inside. Let's take a look. Whatever it is, it's heavy. How you doing, little pal? You want to see what it is, or do you not care? Oh my. Do you know what this is? This is a box of disappointment is what this is. It's your kitty litter. It's not a game. This is my life now as a cat owner. least one of us is happy. I didn't record this conversation, but I was just talking to Christy in the car, and I was telling her about how I was thinking, you know, I'd like to do a little more reading than what I'm currently doing, like outside of the scope of my work. She made a really good point to me. She said, well, Rodney, you've been doing this every day. You've been making time to exercise, and you're staying consistent with that. Why not just apply the same principles here to reading? I get up pretty early in the morning, around 4:30 to 5, and she said, why don't you just, when you first get up, set a little timer for 15 minutes and just read one of those books you've been wanting to get to. And, you know, a light went off. That's the issue. I can dream about getting through one of these books, but I'll always find something else to consume my time. I need to carve time out specifically for this. And no, I won't be able to read it super fast, doing it in 15-minute chunks. But I'm not reading it super fast as it is right now. It's just been sitting untouched on my shelf for over a year. So I think this is the easiest actionable step to make some progress on something that I want for myself while not chewing up excessive amounts of time. This is doable. I can do this. Good idea, Christy.